All right, for today's BotBots review, we are taking a look at yet another Series 1.5 BotBot. This is LUCKANEER from the Lawn League. This is not one of the Series 1.5 BotBots with any sort of color-changing features, just straight-up repaint of a Series 1 BotBot being Sudsbeard here from the Toilet Troop. So Sudsbeard turned into a little soap dispenser, and LUCKANEER, I think, is supposed to turn into plant food. There aren't really very many extensive bios on the Series 1.5 ones, so I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be, but it does have a little four-leaf clover there, so it could be weed killer or plant food since it's, just speculating since it's supposed to be in the lawn league, which are all, garden supplies stuff, things like that. I'm not sure, but some sort of dispenser like Sudsbeard was, and yeah, it's got the same problems as Sudsbeard, where it's like, yeah, it's kind of an abstract shape. You can tell what it is by the nozzle, but it does sort of just have a huge gap here that you can see the legs in. It's kind of ugly. And I don't know. I think I was a little bit more forgiving with Sudsbeard since I knew what it was supposed to be, but I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. Something with a nozzle, but it clearly does not get that point across well enough to me, so not quite as good. But yeah, it transforms just the same as Sudsbeard did, except with one notable difference that changes the entire score of this figure. So it's the same mostly. The head slides up just like that. This arm becomes a little hook hand, so it extends out there a little bit, and then that folds down. The legs fold down, and then the other arm just slides right out and is really easy. And that was my big thing with Sudsbeard, is that the transformation is the same steps, of course, but this arm is just immensely difficult to get out, and it hurts your fingernails, and you have to like pry it out, and it feels like you're gonna break it, and it's just much too tight. Whereas this one slides in and out really, really much easier. And it's kind of a gift and a curse in terms of like the looseness of the joints, because the other problem with that is the head kind of falls down, so you kind of have to pull it up and then kind of like stretch it back a little bit so it kind of stays in position. But yeah, there they are in their robot modes, and I think I still like Sudsbeard a bit better in robot mode. It has a little bit more of the pirate dynamic going on, a little bit more unified, because it's got the uniform there, the peg leg is actually painted, and also, I don't know, it's just got more of the pirate vibe, whereas this one, it still has all the pirate features. Still, one of the legs is wooden, even though it's not painted, and still has the hook hand, still has the eye patch, but it just doesn't ultimately fit with the vibe quite as well. I do like the face sculpt a bit better. It's my complaint with Sudsbeard is that the face is just like a little weird and angry, and it doesn't, or not angry rather, and doesn't really look like the box art, whereas this is a bit more of a piratey vibe with the kind of scrunched up face. It's not amazing, but they both work. Really, just personal preference. I just happen to like Sudsbeard a little bit better because I feel like some of the details are a little bit more unified. But yeah, same exact articulation as Sudsbeard. The hook hand can rotate all around. It can't. I mean, you can hold the hook out like that. The regular arm can also rotate. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can't really bend the legs too much back because then they won't really be able to stand. But it works. I'd say robot mode for me probably gets a 2 out of 5. I gave Sudsbeard a 3 out of 5. 2 seems maybe a little bit harsh, but I definitely like it a lot less than Sudsbeard, so like it just doesn't really feel like it fits the pirate vibe quite as well. So 2 out of 5, and then also the head thing is kind of annoying, so that takes away from it a little bit too. Alt mode, I think I'm also going to give a 2 out of 5, just because I can't really tell what it's supposed to be. So not quite as good as Sudsbeard, who got a 3 out of 5 in that department, even though really they have kind of the same issues. But the transformation for this one, I am just going to give the normal score of a 3 out of 5, just because it's fine. I don't usually give different molds different scores than the transformation, because they're supposed to be the same thing, but it's impossible to deny that this arm on at least this copy is really hard to get out, and this one is not. So I don't really have any problems with this one's transformation, so that is going to get a 3 out of 5, which is going to give LUCKANEER an ultimate score of still 7 out of 15, which makes them a 1-star BotBot. Same as Sudsbeard, just for different reasons. Don't like it as much in either mode, but the transformation is not a pain. So kind of evens out there in the end. And again, that it's a little weird to have the scores fall down that way because it literally might just be variances in like the molds themselves. Like it could be you have a LUCKANEER that's got tight joints and a Sudsbeard that's got, looser joints. I doubt that because there's just like, mold degradation and stuff like that. Usually they get looser over time, but it could vary between copies. But yeah, so a little bit of a weird scoring there in the end, but yeah, I'll stand by it. If you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do BotBots reviews on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then other reviews on Sundays. And if you've got a BotBot you want me to review, there aren't too many that I have left that I haven't reviewed already, but leave it in the comments and I'll let you know the status of that one. But yeah, here we have BotBots Series 1.5 LUCKANEER from the Lawn League.